Hi, I'm Allison.
Hi, I'm Justin.
And you're listening to the Otterly Owlsome podcast. Who knows what we'll talk about?
Like, so your devices they'll be on one, and then they'll see there's good strength from the other one, and so they'll hop from, and then that slows it down when they're not properly overlapped.
Yeah.
I think is what happens, unless that technology has changed. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still probably not. Networking was always my weakest strength. Yeah.
I worked in a NOC for 2 years, but not my jam. I can make a Cat 6 cable though.
I've done that. I've done Cat 5. I didn't do Cat 6.
Yeah, and I've ran cable in a wall with the little fishing
thing. Yeah, I think you remember me telling me that. I remember when I knew it was way above my head was and this is back in my data center days, we were trying to do a failover between data centers, and it was between two SANs. So one SAN had control and the other one was being copied to or replicated. And what would happen it would fail over, but it couldn't fail back. So it would go that direction, but it wouldn't come back. And I remember the senior network engineer got in there, and he's like in the load balancer logs, and he's like, "Oh, I see this little packet." I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me? Like, you could get in there and see this one little packet means whatever it ended up meaning."
Yeah,
but
that's hilarious.
Oh, my video is awful.
Jeez.
What is going on?
I'm plugged directly in.
So OBS Studio updated, and I bet there's a setting or something that's messing up my video. Here, talk while I troubleshoot.
Okay. What am I talking about?
I don't know. Deltas. Talk about your deltas.
Ooh, I have 2 more to go. I have to do CSM and ITSM. I always save ITSM for last. I don't know why, I just always have. And I have to do some more continuing education for my CMA points. That one's always the hardest for me because I just don't have the time to sit and take micro certs.
Right.
So I can count. So at SKO, the training we're doing, I get to count that. So the medic
training.
So, have you started the book yet?
No, but enough people have started it that I keep having to flip to what they're talking about, and so I'll read half a chapter of what they were talking about so I can converse.
I have not started it yet. But I'm trying to finish the book I'm reading. I have 2 chapters left, and then I'll hop into that one. But, yeah.
I just killed my video.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to see... I'm not streaming.
Do you want to know the crazy thing that's happening to me right now?
Yes.
So my Teams is the new Teams, And
yes.
If I am in a meeting and I share, everything's fine. But then if I stop sharing, my entire Teams crashes. And even if someone takes the share from me, my entire Teams crashes. And so you can imagine in the middle of a customer workshop when you're trying to share and do a demo, and then you need to unshare.
It's the best meeting excuse ever though. Oh, sorry, I got disconnected.
Well, literally every time. So because I'm on an advisory project right now, and I'm doing the technical side, and the groups have never even seen the platform. Some of them have never even heard of it. And so the advisory consultant does the first part, and then I go in and kind of walk through saying, that thing you talked about, that would be here. And so every time I'm I'm going to pre-apologize. My Teams is haunted. And when I stop sharing, it crashes. So they've been very nice about it, but...
And you're using a MacBook Pro, right?
No, I'm using an iMac.
An iMac?
Because I took David's iMac.
Okay.
And I've uninstalled it and reinstalled it. It doesn't do it on my MacBook. It only does it on here. And I don't know what to do about it. Because I've done all the things I know about, so.
if you go into the setting for allow these applications to record and view my screen, do you know where that setting is?
Yes.
Is the new Teams enabled on that one?
I'll have to look after this because I don't know. I think so, because I'm pretty sure I turned it on when I installed it.
Allow applications to record your screen. So when you get done, search for that. It's under Screen and System Audio Recording. And then it'll list the apps. And then I would just make sure the new Teams is there, because my classic one is there and I turned it off. My new Teams, I had to turn it on. I think you just need a new you need a new computer. No. You need a new iMac, state of the art. Oh, you want to hear? So, okay. This is good. We're on our podcast. We're not on our other meeting. I think I said on our last podcast I bought us microphones.
Yes.
For recording in Vegas. So I bought the microphones. They were supposed to be here Friday by 7 p.m. It's like we're just like totally last minute thing. That's like getting in by the squeak of my pants. Squeak of my pants? I don't know if that's the thing, but
squeak of your pants.
The what?
The seat of
your
pants.
Of your pants. There you go. Squeak of my pants. Sounds like I'm farting all over the place. Yeah. So it's supposed to be here, and then I log in this morning. I get in my office, and the company that I bought them from, they're called DJI. It's where I buy most of my video equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get an email from them. They've released the next generation microphone. I'm like, I haven't even gotten the old one yet, and you seriously just upgraded it?
Can you email them back and be like, hey,
I'm going to.
I will use these once, and I will mail them back.
I'm going to email them and be like, I'll pay the price difference, because it's $100 more, but like, I'd rather have this last for 5 more years than, you know, I bought something at the end of its life cycle.
It makes me think of like Apple, like I love my Apple products. But every time, like, you know, your phone starts to get out of date and they just, like, it slows down. It makes me think of that with the microphones. And then I saw I don't know if it was a real ad, but it said, like, Apple was testing, like, creating EVs. And someone put, man, that's going to suck when the new version comes out and your car won't start. I was like, that's so true.
Yeah. Or it slows down because
it won't go above 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. I'm going through that with my MacBook Air right now. It's from 2014.
Oh, wow.
And now in the top when I plug it in, it goes, there's issues with your battery. Please see support for, and I'm just like, seriously? Yeah, you just want me to buy a new laptop?
Yeah, but I think that's any laptop that's 10 years old, you're gonna...
I'm impressed it's made it this long, to be honest.
I was gonna say, that's not just an Apple thing.
But I'm like, I just spent money on the microphones, and I've also bought tripods that were supposed to fit in my luggage, but they don't.
Really?
Well, I measured them, and I measured my luggage, and I looked at the measurement online, and I somehow got my numbers crossed, and they won't fit in my luggage. So I'm going to try to sneak them on the plane. We'll see.
I mean, do you not have bigger luggage?
I do, but I don't have bigger luggage that I can carry on.
Oh, but you can carry on, yeah.
The one that I want to carry on, I'm thinking of just sliding them on top of the thing and see if I can just sneak past the...
You can buy those luggage straps and just strap it on.
Yeah. I'm hoping that, but I'll have to take them off to stow it, but I'm just hoping.
Yeah, I'm debating. So I hate checking bags. Like, I have a gift of packing. Like, it's impressive. Even David's like, I don't know how you fit all this crap in your carry-on. But from here to Charlotte, we're always on the little planes. And so I have to gate check my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And my connection is like really, really tight. And so I'm like, for some reason, they always take like 30 minutes to get the gate checked back. When I have a tight connection. When I don't have a tight connection, it's like right there, yeah. And so I'm like, do I risk it and then be stressed? Or do I check it and be annoyed that I now have to wait for my bag?
Yeah. I have not checked a bag in years.
I have had to check a bag when I'm traveling somewhere that requires a lot of layers.
Like
That's
Toronto
usually
or Chicago.
like Toronto or Chicago. Vegas is going to be kind of chilly, but we're going to be inside most of the time, so I'm less concerned. So I'm debating right now, though. I have short connections there and back, and so I'm like...
I actually upgraded my connection to Atlanta because if I can get the first row, first seat, then I'm first off in Atlanta and get to the next flight. Yeah. So I paid for like $50 for first class. Not that I'm never really a first class person, but it was strategically because then I could just get to my next connection really fast.
Well, but see, that's if I have to wait for my bag, it doesn't matter what seat I'm in.
Yeah, you have me concerned now. Yeah.
You know, and so this is probably bad, but do you ever fly American or do you just fly Delta?
I think I've flown American.
Okay, so all my status is with American, and I know a lot of people don't like American. I actually don't have any issues with American, especially because I have status. Yeah. But I get upgraded to first a lot, which I love. But what they do is that they have to gate check your bag. They give you a yellow tag because those are supposed to be the first out of gate check, so that because it's another benefit of being in first. I collect them, like I keep them.
Just put them back on.
And so if I only do it if I have a tight connection and didn't get upgraded, because if I have like a 30-minute connection and in Charlotte, there's no plane, trains, or shuttles. It's all walking, running, you know.
Yep.
And so I don't do it often, but I have a stash of the yellow tags.
That's hilarious.
For my short connection.
Airport hacks from Allison.
Yeah. But either way, that's my current conundrum. So.
Well.
Unfortunately, we get to dress casually.
And we need to plan out when we're going to record, because I need to get you before you start drinking.
When do you get in Saturday?
Saturday, I get in at 10. So I'm thinking I'll have just enough time to get there, check in, like take a breath, and then the session start. Yeah.
They start at 1.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So we could always do it then, or we just do it after. I mean.
So on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think after is apps and drinks. I guess we could do it there and like find a corner.
Yeah. It made me think of Parks and Rec. Did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Like, I think I started it, yeah.
So if you can power through the first season, the rest gets really good. But Aziz Ansari, I think is how you say his name, his character is hysterical, but he likes to shorten things. And so he calls it apps and zerts. It's like appetizers and desserts. And so all I can think about was apps and zerts.
This is apps and drinks, not zerts. So no zerts.
I know. There's lots of celebrating being planned in Vegas. So me and Aaron haven't gotten officially to celebrate together. So we're going to celebrate.
Those were happy
and you get to walk with me in the morning so I don't get murdered.
Oh my God, I haven't told you what happened. I'll probably still walk with you, but Sunday I woke up. I could not put any weight on my left foot at all.
Really?
It was bad. It was like on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10 in pain. And I'm like, what did I do? I have not been exercising like I should be. I think we talked about that. I have not been doing anything. We've backed off of Haley's walks because of issues with her health. So I'm like, all I've done is not do anything. And now I can barely walk on my left foot. So I made sure Sunday I didn't have any alcohol. I drank lots of fluids, and I'm trying to rule out something called gout, which I've heard of, but I've never experienced. But it's the only thing that really fits my symptoms of just waking up all of a sudden with pain. And now so I did good on Monday, got better. Tuesday, yesterday, I was like, hey, I think I'm great to walk around and probably not go for a run again, but still didn't go for a run. Yeah. This morning I get up and I'm back at like a 5 or a 6 in pain. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
You should go to urgent care today.
I'll probably go when I get back if it's still hurting, because I don't know what's going on.
I had to buy, so I used to play soccer, and I was okay. It was pretty decent. I had some scholarship offers, but I was fortunate enough to never have like a major injury other than like once, but never to my knees. But for some reason, like my left knee, I had to buy one of those straps, that like support your knee. And I hadn't had to use one in a really long time. And last week I was like, what is happening? And so I had to order one and get it delivered from Walmart. So now I'm back to fine.
You're back to wearing one, yeah.
Oh, I'm so old.
But as you get back into shape, see, that's the thing. As I'm telling myself, I'm trying to use this as motivation. I'm like,
yeah,
you got into this situation, Justin, because you haven't been working out like you should. If you'd been working out like you should, you wouldn't be in any pain and everything would be fine.
That's not true. Because
I need to tell myself that. So
old soccer ailments.
You got to flip it around as motivation, Allison.
Yeah. Hey, I got up this morning and froze my butt off in the garage with my tiny little... So, David's office is an external garage, like a single car garage. And because I prefer to work out in the morning to get it done with, because otherwise during the day I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I can talk myself out of it. If I do it first thing, I'm good. So I bought a Bluetooth space heater so that I could schedule it to kick on at 4.
Okay.
So by the time I got to the garage, it would be somewhat warm. Well, David stole it for his office because it's so cold. And so I still have a space heater, but you can't schedule it. I can't even put it on a smart plug because you physically have to hit the button to turn it, which you should. But I told him, I was like, I'm going to need a new space heater because it's so cold.
How cold was it this morning for you guys? You got to compare numbers.
Outside, it was 20. I don't know what it was in my garage, but it was not warm.
Yeah. So. I got up and looked at the thermometer. It was 7. I was just like, yeah, I'm not running today.
Yeah. No, I did my bar class, and then I did some treadmill. I'm watching Selling the OC. That's so bad.
The real estate show?
Yeah. I just love it because of the houses. We've talked about that before, but I just love looking at the houses. I don't want one because that's too much maintenance.
You don't have to take care of one, yeah. Well, you got people where you are now, remember? The cleaning ladies?
I know. They're great. And they come every 2 weeks. And...
I see the one that we don't have them, but I see the ones come to the Airbnbs across the street.
Yeah.
So.
We used to not have anyone come, but it became, they don't charge a ton. And they do the stuff that I just they do our baseboards. And we have plantation shutters. And they dust all of that. And I hate dusting. And especially the plantation shutters.
Yeah, they're a pain. The shutters or blinds are just a pain in the ass. Yeah.
And so it's worth the money to me for them to come every 2 weeks. And yeah.
I would do it, but the other half thinks that they are part-time robbers that are scoping everybody's houses, and that they're just trying to get a lay of the land to see what's valuable so they can come by and rob you. So that's we don't use them.
I feel like if I didn't work from home, I wouldn't use cleaners because I would probably feel like they know how to get into my house. But I'm always here, and they've never come into my house without me or David or his mother here. So right. I'm less worried about robbers.
But if they're part of some cartel that you don't know about, and on February 1st of 2024, they're going to go rob all the houses in Aiken.
Maybe.
Oh man, I actually enjoy housework too because that's time for me to listen to my podcast. So
that's fair.
Not this podcast, although I do listen to it. But
yeah, I have a whole I need to take PTO so I can just sit and reorganize my closet because on the weekends I'm just I need to do it, but I need to decompress. And so I just need to take a day of PTO I need to go donate a bunch of stuff. Our closet is my side. David is a minimalist.
He can deal with that. He can deal with your messy side next to his clean side because my partner would be cleaning both.
In the closet, he's fine. Because most of his clothes are in the dresser. And so he really doesn't go in the closet that much. Unless we're like going on a date and he's going to get like his jeans and like a nice shirt. Or a different pair of shoes.
And
Otherwise,
then you get a mouthful, I'm sure.
Well, then I get are we going to do something about the closet? And it's always we. And I'm like, we will when we have time. So.
That's better than like, look at this closet, you lazy slum lord. Like, what do you clean up after yourself? Yeah.
I would love for him to say that to me. But no, it's one of those that's just when you're working and then I'm on like meeting burnout this week. I think I was telling you earlier that just...
Yeah. And here I booked you back to back in meetings.
Like all week it's been back to back to back to back to back. So.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to add to the pain.
This is fine because I don't have to be on. I'm never on for these. I hope you don't want me to be.
This is what you get, everybody. You thought you were getting a good podcast, but you're getting Allison at 35%, and that's all you're going to get.
But that's 100% for today.
Wait,
I read something one time that was like, if all you have is 35% and you're giving 35%, you're actually giving 100%. And I was like, you know what?
You can call this the lazy episode.
I know. I did this weekend, though. Let's see, what all did I do? I reorganized part of our kitchen. Mm-hmm. I have somehow hit the time in my life where I hate things on the countertops that aren't used daily. Like, I don't want a toaster on the counter. The coffee maker can stay because I use it every day. But if it's not used every day, like, I don't want it on there. And so I did like a big purge of stuff that was like, also David's weird and doesn't want bread in the dark, like in the pantry, because it'll mold faster. So I was like, then it's going in the fridge. I don't care. It's just not going to sit on the counter.
Does he know the fridge light turns off when you close the door?
Don't bring it up. Because I won the battle. Because it was like, I just need this crap off the counters. And so I went through and like took everything off the counters and redid it all. And so I did that this weekend. But my closet, it's going to be a lot.
It won't be done this weekend.
It will not be. It will not be. So.
Oh, by the way, did you get your room reservations? Are you staying across the street or on our side of the street?
I don't even know what that means.
So leadership is staying at a different hotel.
No. That's for SKO. If you look, they're staying at our hotel until ServiceNow's SKO.
Okay.
Because I did the same thing when I looked at it. I was like, that's...
Yeah, it's like the same thing. I was like, really?
Oh, no, I did the same thing. I was like...
Did they forget to remove this from the thing they shared with everybody?
Oh, yeah. I did the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, so she sounds meaner than Haley.
Hey, people can walk on the street. We're not the only people that live here. People are walking. Stop.
Riley's like, I live here. Come look at me.
Yeah.
This is far to you.
By the way, I've gotten lots of compliments on my pillow.
Really? Good.
Yes. The best one I got was like, did you have that custom made? I was like, why? He goes, those are two interesting things to put together. I'm like,
Yep. Yeah. It is interesting. That's why I was like, I gotta find something with Hawaiian honors. Well, good. That means I actually didn't do as bad of a job as I felt like I did. So
I still need you to try your hot sauces.
I was thinking about that last night because, or no, it was actually at lunch today because I had a tomato bisque soup and it was kind of sweet. And so my partner's like, we should put some hot sauce in. I'm like, ooh, habanero hot sauce from Allison? Maybe I should have done that. It was too late. I'd already ate it. But so it's still on my mind. I'm trying to figure out what to put it in without like.
You should bring a small thing to SKO and just like
slip it in people's.
Start betting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am bringing. So there is this game that we play with some friends of ours called Left, Right, Center.
Okay.
The dice game. Have you played it? So it's a lot of fun because it's easy. And everyone has like $3, like $3 bills. And there's 3 dice that say either L, R, C, or there's a dot. And you roll them, and if it says left, you pass $1 to the person to your left. If it says R, you pass $1 to the person on your right. And if it's center, you put it in the center pot. And if it's a dot, you get to keep it. So there's 3 dice, so you could lose up to all $3 or not. And then whoever gets all the dollars wins. So it's just fun and easy, and it's just, you roll some dice.
Someone gets some money.
That's my kind of gambling. Like, I don't want to play blackjack.
Yeah, I'm not a gambler either. Yeah.
Did you ever see Vegas Vacation?
Doesn't sound familiar now.
What? Like with Chevy Chase? Like
Yeah, I'm not into those old movies. Like
Oh.
anything that happened while I was a child, other than E.T., I don't really.
Okay, well, there's a scene in Vegas Vacation where they've lost all their money and he's trying to win it back. And so he goes to like this dingy casino and it's like rock, paper, scissors, or guess what number I'm thinking of. And I'm like, those are the games I want.
Those are, what do they call that when, carnival games? Yeah.
Yes.
Like for your school carnival, yeah.
Yeah, I used to always trick people with how old I was.
Because you looked younger or older?
I looked older when I was younger. Not like a lot older, but I looked older when I was younger. And then when I got in my late 20s, people thought I was younger. And then now I feel like I just look my age. So, yeah.
I thought I looked older, and then I actually was doing some cleaning, and I stumbled across something when I was 16 years old, and I was like, oh my god, I was such a baby.
I will need to see a photo of that.
I was super, super young. It was the modeling picture, so I was trying to be a model, so it was, yeah, I was a baby.
I was blonde, so.
Did I have blonde? I didn't have my blonde tips in those, yeah.
No, I was completely blonde and teeny tiny.
I was teeny tiny too, so we had something in common.
Yeah.
Well, we are at time. I actually have to go to another call. Yeah.
Well, I will see you in like 2 days.
Yeah, in 3 days. I'll be there Saturday. Yeah.
Right. Today doesn't count. 2 days.
You're getting there Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, safe travels if I don't talk to you before then.
Yes.
And
good luck on your tripods.
yeah, hope I'll get kicked off the plane. All right. I'll talk soon.
Bye.